Hello and welcome to another episode of A New Way to Museum. I am Alicia Gady and I am the naturalist here, and that just means I take care of our wonderful live animals. So today I'm going to introduce you to our animal ambassadors, or at least half of them because we have a lot. So we are going to start off with talking about this beautiful little lady here. And she just loves the camera. Look at her. So this is actually Ladybug. We got her donated to us about 3 years ago. She was somebody's pet, and we absolutely fell in love with her, so we just decided that we were going to keep her forever. So Ladybug is a red-eared slider, as you can see, but she is obviously very special, so she is albino. So Ladybug here is just a big old sweetheart. She is not a display animal. She is an ambassador, which means that we take her to birthday parties and to programs so that we can teach people about turtles and turtles in captivity as well in the wild. So turtles in captivity, they're a really common pet. Lots of people think that they are easy to take care of. I personally think they are just the dirtiest little creatures, and I love them. So we have 3 other turtles that live with Ladybug here. Her best friend is a snapping turtle named Jeffrey. So Ladybug here, her favorite pastime is either hanging out with her snapping turtle friend Jeffrey or sitting on your lap. So she is not afraid of people. She loves to get her head scratched, and she obviously loves to be on camera. And she is so awesome. So this is Ladybug. When people come to do programs or birthday parties, they often get to meet her. And during the day, she basically just hangs out in our room. She walks around, she sunbathes, and she takes nice warm baths with the other turtles. So, and we have another turtle that we have as an ambassador. He's making lots of noise over here. So this one is a little less friendly, and we're going to see if I can keep a handle on him. So this is Crush. He is an ornate box turtle. He was actually named by some volunteers after Crush the sea turtle from Finding Nemo. So people always ask me why I named him Crush. I did not, and I'm just stuck with it now. So Crush is a male ornate box turtle. We can tell he is male because he has these beautiful red eyes and this great red coloration on his legs. So the reason Crush here is an ambassador here at the museum is because ornate box turtles are the state reptile of Kansas. So we have him here so that we can show what our state reptile is, along with other things like our state amphibian that we can see in some other video. You can try to climb off. So Crush is awesome, even though I say he's not too friendly because he likes to run away. He does not bite, but he is very fast. You wouldn't think he is very fast, but he is. Crush's favorite pastime is eating strawberries. And at that point, it looks like he murdered somebody. He loves strawberries, and he loves to eat bugs. So ornate box turtles are actually omnivores, so they will eat both meat and veggies. And they are just pretty awesome. Look at him go. He thinks he can just jump right off that table. So Crush does have a display in our discovery room, so if you ever visit our museum, you can find him on display. He has a great big cage that he loves to dig in and destroy, and he loves to go for swims, and he just loves to make a mess out of everything. So Crush is very awesome. So we started with our turtles, and I'm actually going to have my wonderful assistant named Rachel take them back to my room so that they don't have to listen to us anymore. All right, so a few of our other ambassadors are some snakes. So we're going to start with our little snakes here. All right, so I'm going to move this dirty towel that my turtles peed all over. Okay, so here at the museum, we like to try to have snakes that you can find here at the Great Plains. So most of them we have are, but we do have one that's kind of special, and you cannot find typically here in the Great Plains unless it's at a pet store. And that is actually where he came from. And I will be pooped on, I promise. All right, so this is Oreo. I bet you cannot figure out why I named him Oreo. So Oreo is actually a California king snake. So if anybody knows anything about snakes, you know that king snakes are awesome because they actually have a nice pastime of eating other snakes, whereas most other snakes will like to eat mice or birds or eggs and stuff like that. King snakes are actually immune to rattlesnake venom, so they can eat rattlesnakes. So I don't think Oreo is going to be eating any big bad rattlesnakes anytime soon. He is still just a little wee thing. So we've had him about 2 years. He was donated to us by a family that got him from a pet store, and he just wouldn't eat very well in captivity. But we had him for about a week, and then he showed us that he can eat very well in captivity, and now that's all he does. And that's why I said I will probably be pooped on while having him out. So Oreo is awesome. He is great with kids. I really think he loves kids more than he loves adults. We take him to birthday parties as well, to any program, and he's just wonderful. He's gotten so big since I've gotten him. And my favorite thing about Oreo, oh look, there's the poop, is that he has this cute little smiley face on the top of his head. So I think he is just the best. So obviously Oreo doesn't have any other snake friends because he would eat them. So Oreo is on display, even though he's not from the Great Plains. He does have a cage in our discovery room where he likes to sit in his log. And what we like to say best about Oreo is that he can play cobra. So he likes to coil himself up and stand all tall and then act like he's just the baddest snake around. And he will strike and he will vibrate his tail and he will just put on a great big show for everybody. So yes, Oreo is awesome. He is a great example of king snakes. We do have a few king snakes here, and they are just the best. They are so friendly for having such, a reputation of being so awesome. All right, I think I'm gonna have to clean up all your poop. All right, so yes, Oreo obviously has a bigger cage than this. Oh, he doesn't want to go away. He wants to still say hi. Oh, hello. You're just so cute. Well, that's one way to get what you want. Good job, Oreo. That's very impressive. All right, but now we need to see another friend. I know, I'm so sorry. I'm gonna have to clean up the table before I do that, though. Nothing like being pooped on in this job. This is why I don't usually wear my nice shirts to work. So we do have another king snake right here. So we got Maisie. This is a speckled king snake, and we actually haven't even had her for a year. So we got her as a hatchling when one of our volunteers found her in their yard, and it was a surprisingly cold day in September, and so she was just freshly hatched, so she was even a lot smaller than this, that she has grown a lot. We named her Maisie, and we just absolutely fell in love. She is a big old sweetheart. Whenever we are bored, we like to keep her in our pocket, but just like Oreo over there, she loves to poop. And so I personally enjoy taking the snakes that like to poop to programs because it makes kids realize that poop isn't all that gross. So Maisie is awesome. You gonna do anything? So yes, Maisie can get big too, about 3 feet long, so obviously she's still pretty small. And so again, she is a king snake just like Oreo, so she will eat other snakes if she had the opportunity. And she is absolutely beautiful. So obviously we don't really know if she's a male or female. She's too young for us to know. But we're just gonna pretend she's a female until she tells us otherwise. And Maisie is not as big of an eater as Oreo is, but Maisie really loves just to hang out with her caretakers and hang out in their pocket and just really show everybody how cool she is. So unfortunately, Maisie has not made it to a birthday party yet since we closed down when we got her. So we are excited to start birthday parties again so that she can show kids how cute she is and how nice she is. Are you good? And apparently she just loves the camera too. You're so cute. Perfect. Oh, look, there's all that poop. There you go. All right, so those are our smaller ambassadors. We do have some bigger ambassadors. So obviously, if you know much about the Sternberg Museum, we are big on snakes here. We are big on reptiles. So we have lots of snakes and we love to show them off. All right. So this, okay, I will hold you, pick you up, and we won't let you get scared. So this is Jason. Jason is a bull snake. So bull snakes are really common here in Kansas, and from what people tell me, you know, they get a really bad reputation. They have a bark that is much worse than their bite. If you meet them out in the wild, they are going to put on quite the show to tell you how mean and vicious they are, but really they are just big old sweethearts. So Jason here, we've actually had him since he was a hatchling. Another one of our volunteers actually had a whole clutch of bull snakes hatch in their house, and they brought them here to the museum. Obviously, they don't want to leave them under their couch. And we released them back into the wild, but we fell in love with Jason, so we had to keep him. And that was about 3 years ago, and he's probably not going to uncoil for us because he's feeling a little nervous here. But he is a big boy. But he can get to be about 6 feet long and get a lot thicker, so he is going to be huge. Oh, I know. It's okay. So Jason is a great example of what a snake that you're going to find in Kansas really is. Yes, he looks very scary. He kind of has that triangular head that people just automatically associate with venomous snakes, but he really is just a big old sweetheart. And so Jason, his favorite pastime really is just eating. He has a great appetite. I guess, you know, how did he get so big in 3 years? He loves to eat. And funny enough, out of all the snakes I have here, including my water snakes, none of them love to swim and take a bath as much as Jason does. I can just set him in our sink for hours and he will just sit there loving life. So Jason is just wonderful. I'm absolutely in love with him, how big he's gotten. And lucky for us, the volunteers who donated him still come see him on a regular basis. So they have not forgotten about him, and we are thankful for him. He just has the coolest little tongue. But yes, if you don't know that he's a sweetheart, you can look at him and see that he looks kind of mean. But no, he is great. All right. Hi, buddy. There you go. Give you your towel back. I know. Hi. All right. So the last snake that we have an ambassador is probably the most deserving snake and the best snake. I'm not going to say I pick favorites at the museum here, but this is the first snake that I fell in love with. The first snake that really made me realize that snakes can just be the best. She is an absolute sweetheart. She has never ever shown a grumpy side to anything. And of course, snakes can show a grumpy side even if they are sweet, just like dogs and cats can be tired of you petting them or pulling their hair, but she has never shown a grumpy side. So this is Pretzel. Pretzel is a Great Plains rat snake. She is actually currently about ready to shed, so she looks a little dull. Pretzel was actually born here at the museum 20 years ago. So her parents were 2 Great Plains rat snakes. Unfortunately, both of them were named Buddy, so that wasn't confusing at all. And they had a whole clutch of eggs here, and they donated the other snakes to other museums, and they kept Pretzel. So when I started here, Pretzel, I was feeding her one day, and, well, at least I thought she was hungry, but she ended up crawling out of her cage and crawling onto my shoulder. And then the next day, I thought she was hungry again, and again, she just wanted to come out of her cage and hang out with me. And ever since then, it's just been a constant relationship with us where she just hangs out with me when I'm pretending I'm working. So if I'm doing paperwork or on the computer, she's usually hanging out on my shoulders. So Pretzel is just, she's been my favorite since I've started here. Again, she is 20 years old, so she has had a great long life here, and hopefully we get a few more great years out of her because she is the best with kids. So she goes to every program, every birthday party. Everybody loves her because she is just so sweet. She has the cutest little face and these adorable little, what I call googly eyes. And she's also just really gentle eater. Yes. And she is also very nice to other snakes. So she and Jason are actually good friends. They hang out all the time together, even though Jason, you know, is twice the size of her now. So Pretzel is really the best ambassador here, and we just love what she represents, that snakes are not this cold, gross thing, that they can actually be really sweet and really great companions. Yes. Hi, baby. All Alrighty. So we do have one more ambassador that we are going to see today, if Pretzel will let me go. This is why we name her Pretzel. Oh, there you go. So we're gonna have Rachel on the ready to catch these guys. So these are rats, if anybody was questioning. And this is actually their big debut, if I could get them out of their cage. They have never been much further than their cage, but we did get them as a Christmas present this past year in 2020. And our intent is to use them for programs and birthday parties. Oh, I know. There you go. So we actually got them from a pet store. Well, the person who gave them to us did. And they were supposed to be snake food. But pet rats are actually really fun to have. If anybody has pet rats, you can understand. They are so incredibly smart. They are very actually clean. Most people don't think about that, but these guys are litter box trained, and I did not do that. One day they just, started using their litter box, and it was super easy. So this is Toffee. So Toffee likes to be held. She likes to hang out on people's shoulders. She loves her wheel. You can see her tail kind of just stuck in this little position. It's because she's constantly running on her wheel. Oh, good job. That's Mocha. So Mocha is not so much for people as she is about food, and more food. And we're not going to say you can tell that about her belly, but she loves all kind of food. If you see in their cage, it kind of looks red in there. Well, they got some raspberries while they were waiting, and apparently they ate them all. So yes, we are so excited to start programs with these guys and to show people that they aren't this huge, disgusting creature like people think. Since they are pet rats and they are not found out in the wild, they do not carry the same diseases that wild rats do. So we really don't have anything to be worried about with that. So yes, these are our wonderful pet rats, Mocha and Toffee, and actually the public named them. So good for that. I hate trying to name animals because then I forget their names. So yes, this is half of our ambassadors. We do have more ambassadors, but they are not particularly the kind that I can bring to this table with me. So at a later date, hopefully we will get to do a video about meeting them. But besides that, I am done, guys, and thank you for watching this video. Have a great day.
Thanks for joining us in A New Way to Museum with the Sternberg Museum of Natural History. If you enjoyed this video, like it and subscribe to our channel. Hit the bell for notifications when we release a new video. Support us on Patreon for early access and exclusive content. You can also follow us on all our social media. Links are found in the description. Thanks for watching, and follow your curiosity to new discoveries.